What happens when one of China's biggest male stars decides to personally intervene in another A-lister's career crisis? The entertainment industry is reeling from an unprecedented announcement that has left fans gasping and industry insiders scrambling for answers. In a move that has sent shockwaves rippling through the Chinese entertainment landscape, acclaimed actor William Chan has reportedly agreed to take on an extraordinary mission, finding a new management agency for his colleague and rumored close friend, actress Zhao Lusi. This isn't just another routine career change or a simple talent swap between companies. This is being described by insiders as nothing short of a dramatic rescue operation, with whispers of suffering, contractual nightmares, and an actress pushed to her absolute breaking point. The question burning in everyone's mind is simple yet profound. What exactly has Zhao Lusi endured that would compel William Chan, a powerhouse in his own right with an incredibly demanding schedule, to personally shoulder the responsibility of orchestrating her professional escape? The revelation came to light through sources close to both stars, with multiple industry insiders confirming that William Chan has not only expressed his willingness to help but has actively begun reaching out to top-tier management companies on Zhao Lusi's behalf. This is not a casual favor between colleagues. This is a deliberate, calculated intervention that speaks volumes about the severity of Zhao Lusi's situation with her current agency and the depth of concern felt by those who know her best. When a star of William Chan's caliber steps into someone else's professional affairs with such determination, it signals that something has gone terribly, irreversibly wrong. But what could have driven things to this point? What treatment, what conditions, what systematic failures have reduced one of China's most beloved actresses to a state that her peers describe as suffering? The whispers have been circulating for months, but now they've exploded into a full-blown scandal that refuses to be silenced. Zhao Lusi's struggles with her current management have allegedly reached a crisis point, with claims emerging that the actress has been systematically overworked, underpaid, and denied the most basic protections that should be afforded to a talent of her magnitude. According to sources who requested anonymity due to the sensitive nature of the situation, Zhao Lusi has been forced to accept projects without adequate rest periods, has seen her earning potential severely limited through restrictive contracts, and has been given little to no say in the creative direction of her career. For an actress who has delivered hit after hit, capturing the hearts of millions across Asia and beyond, this treatment represents not just professional mismanagement but what some are calling exploitation dressed up as standard industry practice. The entertainment industry has always operated in gray areas, with power imbalances between talent and management being an open secret that everyone acknowledges but few dare to confront directly. But Zhao Lusi's case appears to have crossed lines that even the most jaded industry veterans find difficult to defend. Reports suggest that her schedule has been so relentlessly packed that she has suffered from extreme exhaustion, with filming commitments overlapping in ways that made adequate preparation for roles virtually impossible. One source claimed that Zhao Lusi was once required to shoot scenes for 2 different productions in the same day, traveling between locations with minimal rest and no time to properly transition between characters. This kind of grueling schedule doesn't just affect performance quality, it takes a devastating toll on physical and mental health, raising serious questions about duty of care and the responsibilities that management companies owe to their talent. Financial concerns have also emerged as a major point of contention in this unfolding drama. Despite starring in multiple successful series that have generated substantial revenue for her agency and associated production companies, Zhao Lusi's compensation has allegedly been disproportionately modest. Industry analysts have pointed out that actors of her caliber typically command fees that reflect their market value and the revenue they generate. Yet sources suggest that Zhao Lusi has been locked into contracts that severely limit her earning potential, while simultaneously maximizing her workload. This creates a situation where the actress is working at full capacity with minimal financial benefit, while her agency reaps the rewards of her popularity and drawing power. It's a dynamic that critics have described as fundamentally exploitative, representing everything wrong with certain corners of the entertainment management industry. But perhaps most troubling are the allegations concerning creative control and career trajectory management. Zhao Lusi has demonstrated remarkable range as an actress, moving successfully between historical dramas, romantic comedies, and more serious contemporary pieces. Yet sources claim that her current agency has repeatedly forced her into projects that don't align with her artistic goals or professional development needs, prioritizing quick profits over long-term career building. For an actress at this stage of her career, the ability to choose projects thoughtfully and build a coherent artistic identity is crucial. Being denied that agency, being treated as a content-generating machine rather than an artist with legitimate creative aspirations, represents a fundamental failure of management that goes beyond mere business disagreements into the realm of professional disrespect. Enter William Chan, whose decision to personally involve himself in this situation has transformed it from a private contractual dispute into a public referendum on industry practices and the treatment of talent. Chan's own career trajectory has been marked by careful management, strategic project selection, and a clear sense of artistic identity. He understands what effective representation looks like because he's lived it. His willingness to leverage his own industry connections, reputation, and influence to help Zhao Lusi find better representation isn't just an act of friendship. It's a statement about standards, about what is and isn't acceptable in how agencies treat their talent, and about the responsibility that established stars have to protect their less secured colleagues from predatory practices. The relationship between William Chan and Zhao Lusi has long been a subject of fan speculation and media interest. The two have worked together professionally and have been spotted at industry events engaging in what observers describe as warm, supportive interactions. While both have maintained that they are simply good friends and colleagues, their obvious mutual respect and the ease of their public interactions have fueled ongoing speculation about a deeper connection. Regardless of the exact nature of their relationship, what's undeniable is that William Chan clearly feels a strong sense of concern for Zhao Lusi's well-being and professional situation. His decision to take such direct action on her behalf speaks to either a deep personal connection or a strong ethical stance about industry practices, or quite possibly both. Industry insiders have reported that William Chan has already begun preliminary conversations with several top-tier management agencies, feeling out their interest in representing Zhao Lusi and outlining what he believes are the minimum standards that any new representation must meet. These standards reportedly include guaranteed rest periods between projects, transparent financial arrangements that ensure Zhao Lusi receives compensation commensurate with her market value, meaningful input into project selection, and a management team that prioritizes her long-term career development over short-term profit maximization. These aren't outrageous demands. They represent basic professional courtesies that should be standard for any talent at Zhao Lusi's level. The fact that they need to be explicitly outlined and negotiated speaks volumes about what she's been dealing with under her current management. But William Chan's involvement has also raised eyebrows and generated its share of controversy. Some industry observers have questioned whether it's appropriate for one actor to so directly involve themselves in another actor's professional arrangements, suggesting that such intervention could be seen as overstepping boundaries or assuming authority that should reside solely with Zhao Lusi herself. These critics argue that while the impulse to help may be admirable, the execution risks infantilizing Zhao Lusi by implying that she cannot negotiate her own professional relationships or needs a male colleague to rescue her from difficult circumstances. This criticism, while perhaps somewhat valid from a certain perspective, seems to miss the larger point. When someone is trapped in a genuinely exploitative situation, support from colleagues with greater leverage can be essential in creating the possibility of escape. The power dynamics between talent and established management companies are such that individual actors, no matter how popular, often struggle to extract themselves from problematic situations without external support. Moreover, William Chan's approach appears to be consultative rather than dictatorial. According to sources close to the situation, he has been working in close coordination with Zhao Lusi herself, taking direction from her about what she wants and needs in new representation rather than imposing his own vision of what her career should look like. This collaborative approach respects Zhao Lusi's agency and autonomy, while providing practical support in the form of industry connections and negotiating experience. It's a model of how more established industry figures can use their position to help colleagues navigate difficult professional situations without overriding those colleagues' own decision-making authority. The agencies that William Chan has reportedly approached represent some of the most prestigious and professionally managed operations in the Chinese entertainment industry. These are companies with track records of successfully developing long-term careers for their talent, of negotiating favorable contract terms, and of maintaining reputations for ethical business practices. By directing his inquiries to these particular companies, William Chan is sending a clear message about the caliber of representation that he believes Zhao Lusi deserves and establishing a high baseline for what any potential new agency must offer. This strategic approach maximizes the chances of finding representation that will genuinely serve Zhao Lusi's interests, rather than simply replicating the problems she's experienced under her current management. The response from these agencies has reportedly been enthusiastic. Zhao Lusi, despite whatever challenges she's faced with her current management, remains one of the most bankable stars in Chinese entertainment. Her dramas consistently perform well in ratings and on streaming platforms, she commands substantial social media followings, and she has a dedicated fanbase that spans demographics and regions. From a purely business perspective, representing Zhao Lusi would be a coup for any agency,